Have you ever asked yourself real deep questions that can go to the root cause of your emotional pain? I'm giving you 10 questions that you can ask yourself for self-analysis, self-assessment, and self-reflection. They're going to help you find the answers to your most pressing questions. Let's start. Welcome back to my channel, my lovely people. Today's topic is 10 questions that you can ask yourself in order to find out what is not working in your life. These questions are something that we probably very often run away from. And it's understandable because no one showed us how to look inwards, how to do some reality check, how to do self-analysis. No one showed us. So we do what we see someone else does. So we look for answers outside, not inwards. However, the answers, the real answers, the true answers are inside of you. So in order to do this practice, in order to do this self-analysis practice with these 10 very important questions that I'm going to give you today in this video, you need to find a comfortable place. 15 minutes of quiet time, 15 to 20 minutes. I think you can find that time. It's not a lot of time, but at the same time, it can give you the results that you might not even get in years of self-work. So find that comfortable place. Do the grounding meditation. I call the grounded meditation when you close your eyes and you breathe in and you breathe out. And when you breathe out, you collect yourself. So you kind of like imagine that the energy that is all around you, you're kind of grounding, collecting it inwards, right? So that you are like this whole complete human being that can start the inner work. Also, you can tell yourself during these 2 minutes grounded meditation, you can tell yourself, I'm open to tell myself the truth. I am ready to find out the truth. I'm ready to face the reality. Even if it's painful, it's part of my growth. It's part of my healing journey, and I embrace it, I accept it. So just these couple of sentences will help you really get into that mode where you can start this self-analysis practice. So let's begin. 10 questions. Take a notebook or take a phone where you can take notes. So it's going to be so much easier for you, right? So the question number 1 is, if I want to become someone or have something, do I meet the requirement of the person that has it? So what do I need to know, or what do I need to do in order to become that person? For example, you want to become an entrepreneur. You want to open your own business. Do you meet the requirement of that person? Do you know what the entrepreneur, what habits, skills, and traits that person has? And maybe you need to learn those, or maybe you already have them. And if yes, great, you can start. And if not, you can start writing down, what do you need to do? What requirements do you need to meet in order to have something or to be someone? So ask yourself a question. If I want to become someone, do I meet the requirements of that person? And in many cases, you will either say yes or no. There's only 2 answers. Or I don't know. I don't know doesn't mean that you don't know. It just means that you're confused. You don't know yet what you want, or maybe what you want is actually not what you really want. So please do the reality check of your desires, your expectations, your goals, and everything you have ever wanted. Question number 2. Am I doing what I love? One of the most important questions that you will ever need to ask yourself. Am I doing what I love? Am I following my heart? Am I waking every day super excited to do my trade? Whether it's going to your work, maybe it's doing the home business, maybe it's whatever it is. Ask yourself. If the answer is going to be no, that could be the answer why you are in the emotional pain. When we don't follow our heart, when we don't like our job, we usually are depressed, frustrated, We have anger outbursts because we are suppressing our desires, our inner, whatever our heart wants. We suppress it and we do what we think we need to do. Sometimes people will tell, maybe you will tell that to yourself, that I don't have any other choice. I just have to do this job. It's only when we are children we don't have a choice. When we are children, yes, we are hopeless and helpless. We don't have a choice. We have to do whatever our parents and caregivers do. But when you grow up, you always have a choice. It's just that the price is very high. The price that you are paying for making a choice may be very high and you don't want to do that. So you're like rejecting that and you're just letting yourself have only one choice. So you always have options. So ask yourself that. Question number 3. How do I feel when I don't get what I want? So for example, you wanted a promotion at work, or you wanted to build a relationship with a person, but it didn't work out. How do you feel? Someone else got the promotion and you didn't. And maybe you wanted to buy something, but at the final time when you already collected the money that you wanted, you had to spend it on something else or invest it into something else. And you really wanted that new car, or you really wanted to move into a new house, or maybe you wanted some piece of clothes. Doesn't matter. But how do you feel when you don't get what you want? Do you feel frustrated? Do you feel angry, disappointed? Maybe you don't want to do that anymore. So whatever it is, write that down. How do I feel when I don't get what I want? Because that could be also an answer why we feel anxious. Very often we have a lot of desires, a lot of expectations that are not met, and we get frustrated, we get anxious because, or maybe angry, or maybe even disappointed. So what do you feel? Write that down. That also can give you an amazing answer. This is a self-analysis checkup. So it's not supposed to be very comfortable. It's supposed to be enlightening for you. It's supposed to give you the answers so that you look, oh, this is what is not working for me. This is what I need to do. So what do you need to do in order to change your perception? When you don't get what you want, what does that mean for you? Right? It means maybe the old childhood beliefs are triggered. Oh, it's not available to me. I'm not good enough for this. Oh, I shouldn't even try. What is triggered when you don't get what you want? Question number 4. What is your biggest fear in life? What is your biggest fear in life? Write that down. What is my biggest fear in life? Maybe it's poor health. Maybe it's losing loved ones, loneliness, poverty, criticism, judgment. Maybe it's death. Wherever it is, write that down, because that will give you the root cause of your anxious feelings, your biggest fear of rejection. Then you don't work on, for example, I cannot open a business, or I cannot find another job. I cannot meet a person that will be loving and understanding. The problem is not there. The problem is the fear of rejection. So what is your biggest fear? Once you get that fear in front of you, written down, or maybe you type it in your notes, you can start understanding, oh, this is what I need to work on. Fears is something that you can work on. And you can find the root cause of it and reframe it and start really awakening and being yourself. So question number 5. If I want something, what is the price that I'm willing to pay for that? When you go to the grocery store and you want to buy a piece of beef or pork or vegetables, you pay the money for that, right? The same with everything, but it's not about money. Sometimes it's about changes in your life that you need to make in order to have something. So if you want, for example, I want to build a loving relationship. Are you willing to pay the price of getting what you want? Maybe you need to say no to your current partner. Maybe you need to divorce, which is painful and maybe emotional, and it's a huge change. Are you willing to pay the price. Or maybe you want to start communicating with your partner and with your husband so that you can, or with your wife, right? That you can start building that love and relationship. But it's what is the price of that? Patience, pain, discomfort, change, sometimes rejection, sometimes all of these mixed feelings that not always are comfortable for you. For your ego, by the way. So ask yourself, are you willing to pay the price? What I usually do is I write down what I want and I write down the price for it. For example, if I want to have a business, the price will be a lot of my time, right? Out of working hours, in engagement into the business matters. So all of these things, maybe say no to something that I love for a little bit of time until I set everything up. So the price sometimes is high. Sometimes it's like disattaching from some material objects. Maybe sometimes saying no to some friends. There is a price. And because we're not always ready to pay that price, that's when we feel the pain. And we don't do that because we don't want to pay the price. So are you willing to pay the price to get what you want? Question number 6. How much time do you spend on social media? How much time do you spend on social media? Please write that down. Approximately 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. If it's your job, then that's completely understandable. But if you're just browsing in the, on a public transportation when you go to work, maybe you're just on your lunch break, after work, how much time? Usually it's about 2 to 3 hours a day. 2 to 3 hours a day. And then after all of that, tell yourself, do you have a time for working out, for quality time with your kids or with your friends and family and loved ones? Do you have time for getting new knowledge? You do, but you need to, as I said in the previous question, pay the price. To pay the price is saying no to something, right? Because unfortunately, we only have 24 hours and you can make them really effective. Question number 7, who surrounds me? One of the most painful questions. Who surrounds me? What are the people? How do you feel around your friends? How do your friends, your loved ones, your parents, your relatives, how do they make you feel? If they make you feel depressed, then there is a reason. Then you can absolutely realize that you will not be able to heal if you don't create that space for yourself. So who surrounds you? What kind of people surround you? Ask yourself that question. Write down maybe a couple of personality traits that your friends, your family members, your loved ones possess that maybe help you, or maybe they actually block and hold you back. Question number 8. What do I believe in? What do I believe in about love, relationship, career, money, jobs, passion, systems, governments, political situation, death? What do you believe? Write down what are your beliefs. Write down your beliefs, and then you will see that your life reflects those beliefs. There is no way you have an inner genuine belief that that there is an abundance of everything, and then you're afraid to lose money. There is no way that, because if you have that abundance mindset, you will never be afraid to lose money, ever. Because you know that at any point there is enough for everyone. Question number 9. What part of your life do you make the most important? So what is, for example, if it's a self-image, how do I look like? This is what will cause you the biggest anxiety, the biggest worry. If money is what is the most important part of your life, or one of the most important parts of your life, then this is what it's going to give you anxiety. If it's job, if it's kids, if it's relationship, what is the most important things that you consider? That will give you the answer, what is giving you the biggest worry and the biggest fears. And question number 10, what brings you the biggest joy? Spend a little bit of time, spend 2-3 minutes on this question. What brings you the biggest joy and the permanent joy? Because objects will always only bring you temporary, impermanent joy. or happiness. You get something, you're super excited. 10 minutes later, the excitement wears off, and that's it. And you want more and more and more. And then when you are spending some quality time with your partner, with your loved ones, with your friends, right? This is something that stays for a long time. So these 10 questions, I'm going to put them into the description so you can have them for yourself. You can copy them. Please do that. That will give you so much more understanding of your life, what is working and what is not working. I love you all. I hope this was helpful for you. Please comment below if you liked the videos like that, if you want more helpful tips for self-analysis. Be healthy emotionally and physically. Please follow me on social media. I post a lot. There is a lot of information, and I will be happy to see you there, here, and everywhere. Bye.